So I had a package come to me in the mail today from Quest, our buddies over at Quest, which is very interesting because if you watched my not going to the Olympia video, I basically talked a little bit of shit about Quest, about how they really changed their messaging and how they're really trying to appeal to everybody. And I don't like a lot of their messaging these days with the whole crunch clean, cheat clean, all this kind of stuff. They're really sending mixed messages in my opinion, not to mention they had some pretty bad videos they put out which they got called out on, and they basically tried to buy everybody back by sending them a lot more free product, at least in my opinion. So that was interesting that they decided to send these to me. Now apparently these are a new release, so depending on when you see this video, these aren't supposed to be shown to anyone until Wednesday, October 8th. I already posted these on Instagram being like, really, you sent me these chips? I don't know if you're trolling me or you just don't watch my videos. Maybe a little bit of both, but I went ahead and posted it anyway because honestly, I don't really care. And I'm not really trying to do disservice to anybody. Some might say that I am, but in all honesty, who cares? It's a flavor of protein chips, so the market on these probably isn't very big. I don't really see a point for these in the marketplace as is. If I eat chips, it's not because I want more protein, it's just because I like chips, and most of the people I know get way too much protein as is, so I don't really see a point of these, not to mention the price point probably isn't all that effective, but I went ahead and I figured I'd show you guys. I'm actually going to end up giving these to the Beyonce. Let me get you guys a little bit closer, because we're talking real serious right now. I'm going to give these to the Beyonce so she can bring these in her lunch if she wants, and she likes chips, so there you go. You get some free chips, and I get to make this video where I talk shit about Quest. Now, thanks to Quest for sending them to me, but really no interest on my part. I'm sure you're going to see it from everybody else that's affiliated with Quest, which seems to be everyone these days, on Wednesday, so depending on when this video goes live again, you'll see it anyway, so consider this breaking news, if you will. Yeah, really breaking. Alright, so in the kitchen, getting ready to go to the gym in just a little bit. I'm going to have my little pre-workout piece. I'm going to have some of my tier 1, of course, but I'm also going to have some of these little guys. Sour Buds, which is basically Stop and Shop or Giant Brand or wherever you guys are regionally. You guys probably know the logo. This is their knockoff version of Sour Patch Kids. So I'm going to eat me some Sour Buds, have me some pre-workout. I am also rocking the Bodybuilding Bros shirt. And of course, because you haven't seen him in a long time, there's Howard. Howard has a little handkerchief on because he went to the groomers the other day. Although so did Mako, and Mako doesn't have shit. Mako. There he is. A little meatball. So, maybe they'll get some Sour Buds too. Probably not, because I don't share my Sour Buds. But we're gonna have that. We're gonna go to the gym. We're gonna do some upper body stuff today. Lower body's feeling really good, despite the fact that you guys saw all that lower body stuff from yesterday. So squats and deadlifts, first time in a week. Feeling pretty good, which is a good sign. We'll see how long it lasts. Check in the car. All right, so outside the gym, and time to be completely honest with you, eating that whole bag of Sour Buds, probably not the best idea. Feeling a little bit full. Add that on top of a little caffeine, and we might be getting a little crazy today, but it's gonna be all right. Upper body got a good amount of volume, I think. We'll see how we go, only because yesterday you guys probably noticed that I mentioned that I'm gonna be doing the main lifts and then some assistance work eventually, just not sure if I'm going to do that this week or not. So we'll see how I feel based off of a belly full of Sour Buds and tier 1. So let's get to it.
Alright, so today I actually had 4 working sets of bench. However, the first 2 working sets were at 160 for 10 and then 215 for 10. So those aren't anything really to write home about, so I didn't really feel like including them. Not like 235 is anything to write home about either. However, this particular set, the goal was to get 8 reps. However, on this I really struggled, and you can see in the fact that during these actual reps, I'm not sure if I should pause or not. So towards the end, I try to get more of a pause, kind of a little more controlled, and I really have to make up my mind what I want to do, only because I'm doing so many reps that in some cases where I'm doing 10 reps, 12 reps, 8 reps, I don't know if pausing would necessarily be best for me. Maybe I'll save that more for the lower rep range work, but who knows. After that, we moved up to 245. The goal here was for 6. In this case, not really a pause, but not really touch and go either, so I'm not really trying to bounce the bar off my chest, so making sure that it's controlled. You can also see here I do have a slight tuck in my elbows, which is something I've been working on, so this felt pretty good overall. Nothing too heavy, but again, getting back into lifting after not having done this for, in this case, probably about 10 days. Now back to these incline dumbbell rows, putting the hat on backwards, turning around, getting ready, if you know what I'm saying.
What I do is I just try to take my hat and I turn it around. And I turn it around. And it's like a switch. It's like a machine. It's like a machine. The world meets nobody halfway. Do you understand what that means? You gotta take it. Like a machine. Like a machine. Take my hat and turn it around. I'm gonna give you a world of hurt, little man. Come on! Turn it around. Like a machine.
So if you didn't know what I'm saying, now you definitely know what I'm saying. That's a great movie, by the way, Over the Top. Little Lincoln Hawks in the house. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. Great movie from the 80s starring Sylvester Stallone, who was jacked up and basically arm wrestles for the right for his kid, which who wouldn't want to see. But anyways, seeing some rows here, only showing the first set, did 4 sets of 10 with 75 pounds, then moved on to 4 sets of 10 for overhead press with just 95 pounds. And this is something you'll be seeing more often from me on here. I know I get a lot of questions about overhead press. I do it, but most times those overhead press days fall on days that I don't always film in the gym. 4 sets of 10 here again with just 95 pounds. So you can really see my lack of shoulder mobility here. Typically you want to press yourself through. In this case, it just looks like I'm headbanging, so gives me something more else to work on. Showing you the first set here as always, and then moving on to the last exercise of the day, 4 sets of 10 again. Are you sensing a theme here? Of just some weighted chin-ups. And at first I really, again, kind of didn't know what I want to do for reps, so you can see here that I'm not really using a full range of motion. Then I'm like, oh crap, maybe I should. I go all the way down on this next one, and then I start using a full range of motion. So I got to figure that out. But that's the workout for the day. You can follow me in Photography to see more. In the meantime, as always, thanks for watching and stay big.